Alright, so welcome back everyone. Welcome back to Children of a Dead Earth. And today's mission is Force Projection. So we have to destroy an enemy fleet in an out-of-plane retrograde orbit around Mars. That's going the opposite way that we are. Limit is 15 days. So just follow up from the previous mission, you did an excellent job handling that situation, and both Senator Chandra and Captain Chandra have passed along their thanks to you. And in case you had any doubts about what you did, we just discovered Commander Rahimi has been receiving funding from an anonymous source linked to the USTA. On top of that, we've uncovered numerous more counts of corruption, bribery and sexual assault all linked to that man. So rest assured, he was a bad person and you did the right thing in eliminating him. Didn't seem like it to me. Never actually fired a shot at me. That aside, your next mission is refocused around the USTA's impending military manoeuvres. They actually have the goal to enter a small military fleet into high orbit around Mars. And it's been idling in that orbit, making no aggressive moves at all. So what's the problem then? With Mars as our HQ, we have more than enough firepower to wipe out that fleet, but the High Command is a little nervous that they could have the confidence to enter orbit around the Hornet's nest. It could be simple force projection to keep us cautious and deterred, or perhaps it's a feint, a trick to draw out our primary Martian defence force, most of which is hidden underground in concealed bunkers. It could be to gather intel on us from close range, or maybe it's all of the above. Regardless, no one in High Command likes it, and you can rest assured that the people of Mars are not happy about the news either. We need to get rid of these ships, and we'd like to do it with as little firepower as possible so not to reveal our forces, just in case they have some trick up their sleeves. With that in mind, you'll be commanding a carrier to dispatch the enemy fleet. Seems what I commanded before. Intel suggests that the enemy commander is Commodore Tatiana Van Hennen, a well-documented military leader with moderate combat experience during Enceladus purges, alongside the captain you killed back at Ganymede, Captain Sharon. Her record appears to be primarily defensively orientated, and her combat style quite conservative. In keeping with her signature combat style, she has placed her ship in an out-of-plane retrograde orbit that forces her opponents to, in this case you, to expend as much Delta V as possible to intercept her. The mission will be completed when Commodore Van Hennen's forces are completely destroyed. It's okay. So we've got 15 days. So we've got record is 3 days, 2 hours, 3.22 kilometers a second expended. Have the ships alive and unscathed 100%. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, so tactical officer, you may find the combat in this mission to be particularly tough. First, inspect the enemy fleet to see what we're up against. Well, it's a laser frigate, isn't it? Okay, the enemy fleet consists of a single laser frigate. Well, it's not a fleet then, is it? The range of lasers doesn't change based on the size of the target, unlike the projectile weapons you're used to. This means the small size of your drones is no longer an advantage against laser frigates. Yeah, because they don't drop off. The range damage that they do doesn't drop off with the range. So you take out the laser. Any drones that you send against the enemy will likely be annihilated long before they can get into range. Remember to target the enemy's modules. That's all for them. That's all for them. Oh, I see what it means, right. Well, okay, I'll target all of them. That's not what it actually means. Railguns. That, and that. So any target opportunity we get in range of our weapons, we're going to take it out. Take a look at our own fleet. So this is your first combat where you have multiple ships in your fleet. Well, technically it wasn't. We had the silo ship, if you remember. Although technically it wasn't actually a ship. Which is a shame. So I could have done with it. Okay, so inspect the skirmisher. So I've not seen a skirmisher before. It's like a little sort of destroyer or corvette or something like that, isn't it? So yeah, skirmisher has, aside from projectile weapons, yeah, it's got its 60mm cannon, 20,000 rounds on that, so that's good for point defense. Okay, so it's got nuclear missiles for blasting the enemy. You want to use them in huge salvos against the enemy's laser. If you launch too few at a time, the laser will be able to pick them off one by one before they can hit. Okay, so it's on the carrier. Aside from projectile weapons, your carrier has drones it can launch. The drones will be very powerful once the enemy's lasers are taken out. You have to carefully manage their Delta V. Yeah. Yeah, and also watch out for any damage that isn't reported by the officer on board our ships. Essentially, your three tactical options are missiles, drones, and your capital ships. In other words, they're on-board weapons. Alright, one last note about this situation. Note the arrow on the enemy's orbit indicating the direction it is going in. It's retrograde, so it's basically its opposite where that we're going. Notice that the arrow on our own orbit is going in opposite directions. The enemy is in a retrograde orbit. If you match up orbits, you'll be running head first into the enemy's enemy at extremely fast speed twice per full orbit. In other words, head first. So our closing speed will be twice of whatever our own combination of speed is. You'll want to get into a retrograde orbit with the enemy so your combat is much slower. The easiest way to do this is reverse your orbit around Mars with the tangential red thrust handle. Reverse my orbit. That sounds very expensive. Is this talking about each ship or just one ship? Okay, fine. If you do in fact want to make a retrograde intercept, the red auto intercept will perform poorly. You want to use the orange auto flyby control. Alright, so is that it? Can I get on with this now? Thank you very much. Alright, so we've got 4.6 kilometers per second out from 5.13. So obviously we've used some Delta V getting here in the first place. There's no idea again what the USDA's laser frigate's Delta V figure is. So that's one thing about it. We don't know what. So it wants me to reverse my orbit by using the tangential V. What direction is it talking about? Okay, alright, wait a second. Yeah, we want to thrust it about. It's there, isn't it? Orbital node. We've also only got 15 days. So obviously if we thrust forward, we'll come into contact with its orbit, but we won't intercept it. Seems rather boring. We can't reverse our orbit by doing that. Yeah, but I don't know what it's talking about. I just reversed the orbit, but we don't have that Delta V. So that's pretty much moot. We're not going to do that then. What we can do is an out-of-plane manoeuvre and reverse it. Like we did before. That's not going to work either. Not from where we are. So there, we should be able to match it. . Somewhere near anyway. But we'll still be going the opposite direction. Orange, orange, orange. Can I get it? There we go. Can fly by at 2.81 kilometers a second. It costs 22 hours and 58 minutes. That's after the 5 hours of the first burn, of course. We can't do an intercept. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's very expensive. 4.5. Closest is 12 kilometers. That should be enough for our missiles. So I'm gonna go to. We'll go 60 to do the entire thing. Sounds like the pitch is chivalrous, doesn't it? May the best commander win, Republic Admiral. Okay, escort carrier. We are on flyby in. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. I missed such a good. I think maybe the skirmisher should have been placed into orbit first. But it's a bit late now. So we've got a standing idea. We'll actually head towards the target and target a whatever system they can. All of them then. Sometime this week, if you don't mind. Being damaged. And so away. Switch to the carrier. Yeah, the carrier's taking hits, isn't it, to its armour. We've got, what, 240. We'll launch 10. Try and keep it safe. Where is it? Where's my carrier? Oh, there it is. These ones on the weapons are on the side, so I'm going to turn the skirmisher to the side. I'm going to do the same thing with the carrier actually now. That's a skirmisher. I think that would be the wrong thing to do. Dear me. Yeah, it's launching as its laser's been destroyed. We'll deactivate targeting of the radiators. There's its lasers. Has it actually lost any? No, but it's lost its propulsion. So yeah, we don't need to target this rocket engine, so that's okay. It's NTR. So if we launch this now, like the advice said, it will able to lose. We've only got 10 of them. 25 stingers though. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Species support carrying too. It takes quite a while to actually launch all these missiles. Right, put the ship directly at the enemy vessel. Enemy laser frigate disabled.
Incoming transmission.
Ooh, little bit iffy there with the missiles. I think maybe I shouldn't have put them onto. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to actually use that. I should have targeted the missiles. Oh, well, never mind. Gonna cancel that. Not that I need them, so... Okay, so we've handled the situation quite well. Commander Verhennen is just a memory now. Good work, Commander. So first attempt on that is a success. Because there's another way of doing it. I could have gone head first and just done a flyby, rapid flyby. It might have given them less time to sort of react. Well, that's not too bad. So I got silver. Yeah, I got damaged though. I think I probably took the carrier in when I shouldn't have done. Maybe I should have just used the skirmisher first. Because it says capital ships. Now, I don't think the skirmisher counts as a capital ship. Oh, anyway. So it's well inside the record for the time. Not for the Delta V. But a couple of ships equal there. Still alive, still intact. Obviously damaged. But obviously not on scale. So 1 day, 2 hours versus 3 days, 2 hours. Alright, so that's not too bad. For at first, I've never even attempted that mission before. I never got to this mission. I've never got past Orbital Fallout. So that's quite good. Alright, so on to the next mission. That's the end of this mission for today.